Welcome to a journey into the heart of homeopathic medicine, the Materia Medica. This monumental work, crafted by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, stands as a testament to his genius and vision. Unlike any other medical text, the Materia Medica is original in both its conception and execution. It's built upon the solid foundation of natural law, meticulously constructed from observed facts, and bound together by unbreakable logic. Over its entrance, the guiding principle is inscribed: Similia similibus curantur, like cures like. Today, we'll explore how this enduring masterpiece revolutionized the understanding and practice of medicine. Dr. Hahnemann was faced with a unique challenge: to create a new Materia Medica that could apply his principle of symptom similarity in practice. At the time, no existing medical texts detailed the effects of drugs on healthy individuals. Instead, they were filled with opinions and observations from treating the sick, often using mixtures of drugs, making it impossible to understand the action of a single substance. Undeterred, Hahnemann began a rigorous process of drug provings, testing substances on himself, his family, and colleagues, and recording every detail under strict conditions. This methodical approach laid the groundwork for a new era in medicine. Hahnemann's work involved years of careful observation and documentation. He published the Materia Medica Pura and later the Chronic Diseases, both monumental in scope and detail. These works, spanning thousands of pages, represent one of the most ambitious projects in medical history. Later, generations of homeopaths expanded on Hahnemann's foundation, adding their own observations and research. The result is a vast, ever-growing library of symptoms and remedies that continues to guide practitioners today. The sheer volume of symptoms and remedies in homeopathy can be overwhelming. With hundreds of volumes, charts, and indexes, students often feel lost at first. However, once the basic principles are understood, how symptoms are classified, interpreted, and referenced, the confusion gives way to clarity. The guiding compass through this wilderness is the principle of similia, the law of similars, which helps practitioners find their way among the myriad of symptoms. To master homeopathy, one must first understand what a symptom truly is. In homeopathy, no detail is too small. Every change from health is significant. Hahnemann defines symptoms as any manifestation of deviation from health, whether noticed by the patient, those around them, or the physician. This broad definition divides symptoms into two main categories: subjective and objective. Recognizing and interpreting these symptoms is the cornerstone of effective homeopathic practice. Subjective symptoms are those known only to the patient, like pain or unusual sensations. Before Hahnemann, these were often ignored by mainstream medicine, but homeopathy places them at the forefront, especially mental and emotional states. These symptoms provide a direct window into the patient's inner experience, allowing the physician to understand the disease from the patient's perspective. This approach revolutionized the way medicine views the individual and their suffering. Objective symptoms are those observable by others, signs that can be seen, heard, or measured. Hahnemann emphasized that these symptoms are more than just visible changes. They include functional and sensational disturbances that may precede physical changes. This aligns with his view that disease is primarily a dynamic disturbance of the vital force, not just a collection of physical lesions. A central concept in homeopathy is the totality of the symptoms. This means considering all the symptoms, subjective and objective, as a harmonious whole. Hahnemann taught that the totality represents the disease itself, just as it represents the remedy. Each symptom is more than a single fact. It has a history, location, sensation, and conditions that modify it. Understanding this totality is essential for accurate prescribing. Every complete symptom in homeopathy has three essential elements: location, sensation, and modality. Location refers to where the symptom appears in the body or mind. Sensation is the feeling or impression experienced. Modality describes the circumstances that affect the symptom, such as what makes it better or worse. These elements help practitioners build a detailed and meaningful picture of the patient's condition. In homeopathy, modalities are especially important. Aggravation refers to circumstances that intensify symptoms, while amelioration means anything that relieves them. These details are crucial for matching a remedy to a patient. Sometimes, aggravation can even signal a curative reaction to the right medicine. Understanding these nuances helps practitioners fine-tune their prescriptions for the best results. It's important to distinguish between the logical totality of symptoms, a meaningful, coherent picture, and the mere numerical totality, which is just a list of symptoms. The true totality is like a work of art, where each element fits together to form a unique identity. This approach prevents errors such as focusing on a single symptom or trying to match remedies to unrelated fragments. Just as each disease has its own totality, each remedy has a unique geniuses, the dominant influence or essential principle that gives it individuality. The materia medica, as a whole, can be seen as a grand portrait gallery, with each remedy representing a distinct personality. This imaginative approach helps practitioners identify the right remedy by recognizing its unique characteristics. Building the totality of symptoms is an art. It involves collecting, analyzing, and logically arranging symptoms, much like assembling a machine where every part fits perfectly. The process requires careful interpretation, using knowledge from anatomy, physiology, and psychology. Only when the symptoms are organized into a coherent whole does the material become useful for prescribing. Errors in homeopathic prescribing often arise from overemphasizing a single symptom, mechanically matching unrelated symptoms, or relying solely on pathological diagnosis. True mastery comes from understanding the nature of symptoms and constructing the totality with intelligence and patience. This disciplined approach ensures that remedies are chosen for their true correspondence to the patient's unique condition. Hahnemann emphasized the importance of characteristic symptoms, those that are striking, uncommon, or peculiar. These are the clues that guide the practitioner to the right remedy. Dr. Henry N. Guernsey developed the keynote method, using prominent symptoms as signposts to the totality. The keynote is not the whole story, but it helps narrow the field and points toward the remedy whose overall picture matches the patient. The keynote method is like finding the fundamental note in a piece of music. It's the symptom or combination of symptoms that stands out and leads to the right remedy. However, it's not about prescribing based on a single symptom alone. The keynote is a starting point, suggesting which remedies to consider, but the final choice must always be confirmed by the overall totality. Homeopathy values the unique symptoms of each patient, not just those common to the disease. Dr. Adolf Lipper illustrated this by focusing on symptoms peculiar to the individual, which often hold the key to the cure. By comparing these unique features with the materia medica, practitioners can find the remedy that matches the patient's individuality, leading to more precise and effective treatment. Characteristic symptoms are not always obvious. They may require close observation and experience to recognize. Like a detective solving a mystery, the skilled practitioner uses these subtle clues to unravel complex cases. The value of these symptoms depends on the expertise of the observer, and their careful use can lead to remarkable cures. Dr. Boyninghausen's therapeutic pocketbook was created to address the challenge of incomplete symptoms. He developed a method to complete symptoms by analogy and clinical observation, organizing them into 7 sections: moral faculties, locality, sensations, sleep, fever, modalities, and concordances. This systematic approach allows practitioners to construct a logical totality, even from fragmentary information. Using Borninghausen's method, practitioners select remedies based on the location, sensation, and modality of symptoms, even if the exact combination hasn't been observed before. This approach has been validated by decades of clinical experience and helps overcome the limitations of incomplete provings. It's a testament to the adaptability and depth of homeopathic methodology. The language of the homeopathic materia medica is simple and enduring. Symptoms are described in everyday terms, making the text accessible to anyone who can read. This approach ensures that the knowledge remains relevant, unaffected by changing medical jargon. Homeopathic experiments are conducted on humans under natural conditions, making the findings directly applicable to patient care. Unlike other medical research that relies on animal testing, homeopathy values experiments on healthy humans. This humane approach ensures that the effects of remedies are observed and described by those who can communicate their experiences. It's a more direct, ethical, and reliable way to gather knowledge for healing both humans and animals. The materia medica of Hahnemann remains a living monument to medical innovation. Its principles, symptom totality, individualization, and logical analysis continue to guide practitioners around the world. By focusing on the unique experience of each patient and using remedies proven in healthy individuals, homeopathy offers a personalized, humane, and enduring approach to healing. The legacy of Hahnemann's genius lives on in every thoughtful prescription,